Yeah. Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a that's what they don't understand.
Back again like flu season, I broke records while loose leafing. I'm coming down my roof, leaving, don't give a I don't care. Did the by my lonesome, no wonder now I'm on one. No shortcuts on that long run, all I really want is my share. Get him, I got him, I told him it's nothing. In the discussion, all them feelings, I throw all my pain on percussion. It's disgusting, I hear them bragging about that they did, and it do not move me, not in the least. They ain't been dropping no seeds in the soil, but swear that you on my spot at the feast. I've been on go mode, showboat, rowboat, wave ride. Cool shorty, too naughty, pool party, wet for the face ride. Annie up, penny down, hand me down, thrift store, old drip. New money, too funny, old shorty, talk about old. I'm on they now, can't get a pass now, I'm a cash cow, keeping it brash now. It's trash now, I'ma spaz out. I've been killing my lows and living on highs. You see in the sky's the proof. You could just see in my eyes that there is no lies, I cannot disguise the truth. I've been ducked off, getting in my new merch, colored duck sauce on the new couch with my chucks on. Get the on with that hate. I'm big cool on the small chat, cause I know now that I'm all that. Got a hawk guy on the ball cat, get the out of my face.
Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a that's what they don't understand.
To LA with it, to LA with it. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Anything I do for the gang. Took those L's and I took that blame. All money in, we ain't copping no chain. Feel like Ice Cube cause a dead good day. Don't need 3 whips, don't need no race. I'ma keep it simple in the Chevy I skate. Thank the Lord every time I wait. Lace my shoes and I get to that cake. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Pedal to the floor, to the engine. Head up in the clouds when I levitate. We don't spit game, we just educate. 10-10-80, had a paper straight. Couldn't get it back then, so I had to wait. Now the money come to me, so I don't have to chase. I don't gotta flash nothing, I don't gotta fake, darling. We not practicing, we ballin'. And heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy, Marlon. We're back at it again with another edition of the show, man. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? I'm gonna need y'all to turn up that like button. Turn up that like button real high. Turn up that like button real high. Turn up that like button real high. Let's get it. I'm gonna need you guys to share the stream. Let's get it. All right. Let's what the heck is going on? What's wrong with their database, bruh? Okay. How you guys doing today? How you guys doing today? How you guys doing today? How you guys doing? My finger touched this thing. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? What it do? 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 Let's see what y'all saying in the chat. Let's see what y'all saying. Why y'all so hurt by this whole situation about the ABK deal? Why y'all so hurt about that? It says hopefully this show won't spend an hour talking about the COD situation. Why y'all so hurt behind that? I don't want no capping in here like yesterday. Who was capping yesterday? Y'all love talking garbage, don't y'all? Let's see here. Brandon Johnson, what's up, man? How you doing? Let's go. Let's go. Shout outs. Here we go. Talking crazy. And the stream didn't even already started yet. Talking crazy and the stream haven't even started yet. What's up, main focus? What's going down, man? Getting ready to have Outback Steakhouse for lunch. Hey, let's go. Big money style. What's good, Winstar? What's up, man? How you doing? It says watching your stream after a long time. Good to be back. Hey, Zaw, what's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for the love. Get them likes up. It's pretty sad to see a company fall off. Sony has become so greedy and hypocritical with the ABK deal. I've decided I will never again buy a PlayStation console again. Are you sure about that, Jake? Nah, you just upset right now. That's what it is. You just upset right now. You know what I mean? You really are upset. And I don't know what people expect people to talk about. Like, that's all that's there to talk about. Like, all we have is the ABK deal to talk about every day, every single day, every week. And it's like, I don't know. I don't get it. Like, people get upset about the slightest little thing. Oh, here you go again. I'm hoping we're not going to spend an hour talking about the ABK deal. Like, that's all there is. There's nothing else to talk about. What else is there to talk about? Right? That's like the main thing. That's like the main headline. Back Sony. And today we have some stuff to talk about with the ABK stuff. So, like, I don't know what y'all expect. Like, the year's about to finish and that's all there is to talk about. Like, there's no new showcase. There's nothing else. Like, everything else is just kind of mid as far as news is concerned. So I don't know what people are expecting, but hey, man, you do what you do. Killer member for 1 month. Shout out, says, hey, 1 month for me. Thank you, Marlon, for letting me be a part of the MGN family, bro. Says, when I listen to the stream, I get happy. Hey, let's get it, man. Geek, what's good, man? How you doing, man? Thank you so much for the $2 first donation of the show. Let's get hype. Let's go. You know, he says, laugh out loud, bots in here sounding. Woo! You know?
We'll make our own destiny.
It's funny. It's funny to me, bro, because it's like people are just taking this, I don't know, like they're just taking this to heart. Like, this ain't nothing new, bro. This is nothing new. It's annoying. I want this deal to be over with because our first main topic, y'all not going to be happy about the first topic. And it's because of this ABK deal. Like, y'all don't understand that is pulling us away from what we want. We want a PS5 showcase. We want to see new games. Like, we want to get hype for these games and get excited. Like, how is it that we're supposed to get hype? How is it that we supposed to look forward to new things if all we're looking forward to is friggin' ABK? I'm sick and tired of this ABK stuff. Like, it's either it's going to get blocked or it's going to go through. One or the other. It needs to hurry up because it's annoying. You know what I mean? I'm tired of talking about it. Sony sound crazy in these letters that they're sending to the CMA. Microsoft sounds crazy with their letter that they're sending to the CMA. So it's just ridiculous all the way around. Like, can we talk about something else? Oh, wait. Oh, how about this? How about, I'm not even going to reveal that because that's going to be a spoiler. But how about, not spoiler, but I guess ruin the surprise of something that I was planning on doing. But how about this? How about we got trolled today? Well, I would even say troll. I think we so desperate right now as PlayStation fans. We're so desperate into believing the fact that we was going to get some big PS5 news today, right? That Tony Todd tweeted out something about big creative news. What was it, yesterday, right? That we was going to get some big creative news today. And everybody was going crazy. I was already making my thumbnail for the show, only to find out it had nothing to do with freaking Spider-Man 2. You know how frustrating that is? Considering we've been waiting on this game for 14 freaking months. Why haven't we seen anything about Spider-Man 2? Blame it on the ABK deal. Blame it on the ABK deal. The last thing that we heard about Spider-Man 2 was, hey, a Spider-Man 2 is coming out in 2023, right? Insomniac official Twitter account responded to someone that was asking questions about the game, you know, if the game is delayed or whatever. They said, no, the game is still coming out in 2023. And mind you, it's been 14 months and we haven't seen a thing. We haven't seen nothing on that game. Right. So it's like, God, man, it's dry out here. You know what I'm saying? And every single headline, every single day, more and more ABK stuff. So how do you guys feel about getting trolled with Spider-Man 2? Every news outlet. Oh, big tease for Spider-Man 2. Nope. No big tease for Spider-Man 2. I almost, if I was like maybe 2 hours early or 3 hours early today, I probably would have covered it, but I had some things I had to take care of this morning. So yeah, I couldn't cover it or whatever the case may be, but I'm just saying I would have fallen that trap because I thought that we was going to get some type of Spider-Man news. But then again, realistically speaking, Tony Todd would get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tony Todd would be in serious trouble with Sony. Sony ain't playing that type of game. Sony wants to reveal things the way how they want to reveal it. And I've been hearing people say, oh, well, Sony is going to E3. Sony's going to be at E3. No, Sony is not going to be at E3. Sony's going to be cool. And Sony is going to show off their stuff whenever they feel like showing it off. I mean, there's literally nothing that we could do about it. We're just going to have to wait. We're just going to have to take our time and see what happens and go from there. But it sucks, man, because we're hearing something right now from someone that's in the know, that's actually knowing what's going on and has been credible and stuff like that in the industry. So we're going to talk about this whole ordeal with PlayStation, and we're also going to talk about PS5 games, Xbox, on Xbox. No, we're going to talk about it though. We're also going to talk about GameStop customer data leak, right? So they have some type of customer data leak going on. Be careful with that. I don't know if they resolved it yet or whatever the case may be. We're also going to talk about Street Fighter 6 release date. We're also going to be talking about God of War Ragnarok, Game of the Year by Time Magazine. We're also going to talk about Activision having some big concerns about their games being in a subscription service when I just talked about this yesterday. But again, people want to get mad at me because I'm talking about the ABK deal. You got to understand that this ABK deal it's a lot that's being said by these two companies. So it's a lot to digest. It's a lot to process. It's a lot to cover. And so I'm guessing people are getting tired of the ABK deal. Like, people are just tired about it. So they're just like, you know what? I don't want to hear anything else about this. I feel the same way too. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to get on to the next best thing. And so that's what we're dealing with right now. But nevertheless, let's get on with the actual show today. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button, or else we ain't doing no show today. Get that like to 150. I know we could do better. Share the stream. I'm depending on you guys. 2 streams ago, we killed it. We need to crush it today. We need to crush it today. I need everybody in our community, especially the roundtable members, enforce that. Hit that like button, guys. Hit the share button. Let's get some interaction going on. We're gonna dive into the stories for today. And some of you guys are gonna be upset, but hey, like I said before, we can't control what's going on right now. We can't. You know what I mean? And this thing can drag all the way out till June of next year. That sucks. That really sucks really badly. You know what I mean? Jacob, what's up, man? How you doing? Appreciate the love and the support. All right. This is crazy, man. Over one game. You know what I mean? And obviously, I don't know. I just don't know what's going to happen. So our first news story here is we're going to talk about what Sony is actually doing. Apparently, they canceled the PS5 showcase. And I'm not surprised. And so this is going to be the first year since the PS5 came out and no PS5 showcase at all whatsoever. So I already know some of you guys are probably okay with that. And you're already in acceptance of that, which there's literally nothing that we could do about it. So without further ado, let's get right off into the main story here. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the share button. All right, so this is coming from Jez Gordon, okay? Now, Jez Gordon is very credible, especially on the Xbox side. He's very plugged in with the industry. So, you know, this was on, you know, Randall Thor's podcast where, you know, the Xbox 2 podcast. And basically, the thing is, the narrative that's been going around is, oh, yeah, at the Game Awards, we're going to get all these new game reveals and all this type of stuff. I mean, that's what we come to know and expect. But because of the Activision Blizzard deal going on right now, yeah, Microsoft wants to hold back, apparently, on showing any new announcements. And apparently he's saying the same thing for Sony. So he said, okay, let me go ahead and give you guys this. So Gordon cautioned that he doesn't know for sure, but the vague rumors he's been hearing imply mixed things about Xbox being at the Game Awards. According to what he has heard, Microsoft may be holding back on new game announcements. You already don't have any games for 2022. I mean, 2022 is just dry as heck, right? And now you don't have anything. You don't have anything to hype us up, you know, going into 2023. That sucks. If this is true, that sucks. And more than likely, yes, we're not going to see anything because of the friggin' deal that's going on. And they don't, like I told you guys, they don't want to tip the scale. They don't want to tip the scale when it comes to the regulators, right? Because Microsoft is playing the good guy, right? And Sony is playing the weak guy, right? Apparently, that's the narrative here, right? And Sony dunking on themselves and saying this and saying that, whatever the case may be. And so that sucks for Microsoft. So people that's expecting to see the new Kojima game that, you know, Kojima is developing for Xbox or whatever the case may be, not going to happen, okay? And also, now to move along, he said Microsoft may be holding back on new game announcements due to regulators' reasons. Due to what he's heard, he's keeping his expectations in check. Now, he also mentioned, according to another rumor, Sony had canceled its own showcase because it didn't want to confuse its message to regulators, and Xbox may do the same in the case of the Game Awards. Now, he reminded the CMA had to use Gordon's article as an example of Xbox having lots of exclusive games. Regulators are currently investigating Microsoft acquisition of Activision, and Sony has been making a case about negatively affecting the competition. So, yeah. How do you guys feel about that? I'm pretty sure you guys are not happy about that. Listen, I think it's true because we were expecting to get a showcase by now, right? I mean, we're going over into the Video Game Awards. There's no way Sony is going to give us a a showcase in December. Like, I just don't see it happening. I told you guys yesterday in yesterday's stream, not going to happen until maybe June of next year, because that's apparently when the deadline is for the actual deal. So we might not get a showcase until then, which sucks, because this whole deal is ruining everything. We want to see Spider-Man 2. Like today, headlines breaking. Oh, Tony Todd, saying big creative news, blah, blah, blah. People are automatically thinking because he's the voice of Venom in Spider-Man 2 for the PS5. So automatically everybody is thinking, oh, Spider-Man 2 news, Spider-Man 2 news. It's so freaking dry out here that we are sitting here expecting to get Spider-Man 2, or we are expecting to get something new, a new game announcement. I already told you guys, a lot of people have already played Spider-Man 2, not Spider-Man 2, God of War Ragnarok, and already finished the game, 100% the game. So they're ready for Callisto Protocol. They're ready for the next game, right? So it sucks that we're not going to get a showcase this year, a whole calendar year and no friggin' showcase. So I don't know what's going through y'all heads, but let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that we're going to get a showcase in December? Do you guys think Sony might show Spider-Man 2 at the Video Game Awards? Not going to happen, okay? So let's go. I'll be shocked if it happens, but my expectations are in check. I'm lowering my expectations for the Video Game Awards. Don't expect anything groundbreaking at the Video Game Awards. We're going to leave it right there. All right, now moving on to our next topic here. And this don't make no sense whatsoever. This don't make sense. So we're talking about PS5 games on Xbox, right? And this is crazy because this whole constant back and forth between Sony and Microsoft is literally ludicrous when you sit down and think about it. And here's why it's ludicrous, right? Now, why on earth? Hold on. Pull up the sleeves. Why on earth would Sony put PlayStation Plus on Xbox? Or why would Microsoft put Gamepass on PlayStation? Like, just not going to happen. Sony is not going to allow that. Sony is not going to put no PlayStation Plus or no PS5 games on no freaking Xbox. It's just not going to happen. Like, I don't know why people are thinking that. What? That's counter to what competition is all. Like, why would you, like, if anything, Sony will be carrying Game Pass, because obviously there are more PlayStation fans than there are Xbox fans, right? PlayStation is number one platform, right? There's no way. Sony blocked Game Pass from being on their platform. What benefit it is? Like, that's their rival. Why would you put your rival service on your platform? For what? That doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. Please make this make sense to me. Why would Sony put their games on Xbox? Why? Stupid foolery stuff coming out of this ABK deal. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Now, let's dig into this. Really, Sony? Sony tried to bring PlayStation Plus to Xbox, but Microsoft will not permit it. Really? Sony would have lost their freaking mind. Sony must be out of their freaking minds to sit there and propose a deal like that. Oh, hey, Microsoft, do you want PlayStation Plus on Xbox? What? No. No, that don't even make sense. Why would Sony propose such a thing? That goes against everything that Sony is about. Sony is building their own thing. Every company builds their own thing. Why would you sit there and put your rival service on top of what you already got going on? That makes no sense. But hey, it said that Sony has tried to bring PlayStation Plus on Xbox, but Microsoft will not permit the service on their ecosystem. Sony likewise blocked Game Pass. This makes no sense, bro. All type of tomfoolery is coming out of this whole ABK situation. So, let's dig into this because this is foolishness. Microsoft had likewise previously offered to bring Game Pass to Sony's platform, suggesting that PlayStation gamers could still access any content that would theoretically be Game Pass exclusive. What? Huh? Makes no sense. No, not gonna happen, okay? Theoretically be Game Pass exclusive and thereby circumventing one of the CMA's theories of harm arguments against Microsoft Activision merger. What? That don't even make sense. What are we doing? This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Is crap like this. You know what I'm saying? Like both companies, like, I just don't know. Now, check this out. Now, this is from page 14, paragraph 40. Third, Microsoft argues that demand for multi-game subscription services would not tip towards Game Pass because Microsoft would also make Game Pass available on PlayStation, Microsoft paragraph 1 and 3, but the wider availability of the market. Oh boy. Okay. Hold on. The market leader is Sony. Why would the market leader sit there and put their service? Okay, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, so let's finish this off. But the wider availability of the leading provider Game Pass, now endowed with exclusive, irreplaceable content and protected by direct and indirect network effects, what makes it actually harder, right? And not easier for the rival multi-game subscription service to compete. Exactly. What the heck? That makes no sense. Now, Microsoft stands that Game Pass availability on PlayStation would be... Oh, God, this is crazy. I can't believe I'm actually reading this, bro. This is crazy. Like, what? This doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. Logically speaking, this don't even make sense. What are we freaking doing here, man? This is what I'm saying right now. Nor is there any basics for the idea that acquiring Call of Duty could tip subscription services in Xbox favor. Sony has chosen to block Game Pass from PlayStation, so it's not available on PlayStation. Okay, Sony. Okay. What do you guys think about that? Does that make sense for Sony to sit there and have Game Pass on PlayStation or PlayStation Plus on Xbox? Does that make sense? That makes no sense to me at all. That's counter to what both companies are about. You know what I'm saying? Like, that makes no sense. Considering how Sony said, well, they're not really for that whole subscription model. You know, it's not going to work, blah, 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 this and that, you know, putting their games, you know, their first party games day and date with a subscription service like that type of model does not work for them. So why would you sit there and put a service like that on your platform when that's counter to what you're about or what you are promoting to your own fan bases? Make that freaking make sense. Does that make any sense? Whatever. The birds are chirping today. Anyways, let's move along here because I'm so sick of this. I am so sick of this whole thing, man. Like, I'm just waiting for this thing to be over with because it's like the more and more you dig into this stuff, the more and more it doesn't even make sense, like, at all. Let's talk about GameStop because L after L after L when it comes to GameStop. I don't know what they're doing. I try my best not to go to GameStop at all, man, because GameStop just be on some crazy stuff. But anyways, I understand stuff like this happens. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you are enjoying the stream. Let's get it popping. All right, so let's move along here because this is crazy. Now, check this out. GameStop's website is reportedly showing customer data, including addresses. Users report seeing other... Oh, God.
We'll make our own destiny.
Yeah, we definitely do need to. Thank you for the donation. We'll get to that in a second. Users report seeing other customers' information when refreshing their accounts. So you're on GameStop's website, right? You log in and all this type of stuff. Now you're seeing other people's addresses and phone numbers and all their personal information. Now, according to multiple sources on social media, for a period of time on Saturday, customers were being shown other users' information when they refresh their order pages, right? So if you order in something, you can see other people's information and everything like that. It is not clear if this includes full credit card numbers, but one user shared an image showing a partial number. This is not good. Okay. Now, GameStop's customer care team has responded, claiming that the addresses and names appearing in customers' accounts were a part of a test and not an actual customer data. Okay. This was immediately fixed the same day it took place. It was told to VGC. So shout outs to VGC. This was a test data created by our teams, not actual customer data. Why would you test something like that out? Whatever. I guess whatever. However, an online search suggests that some of the names and addresses that were shown to customers on its website could match real people. Put your hand on your face. Please do. VGC has asked if the addresses and data was used. Every time I refresh the website, I can see someone else name, phone number, address, order history. It's like a cycle of 4 or 5 people wrote on a Reddit user. This was very worrisome. Can't even change the password because of this glitch. Oh God, I tried and it's doing it for me too. Added one user, addresses, birthdays, emails, etc. This is really bad. They added you can even view the digital currency codes as it sends the verification code to own email. My friend was able to view a full credit card number by clicking on the card, but the site reloaded quickly after that. This is some crazy shenanigans, bro. GameStop website was tripping out and keep hoping. Listen, you can sit there and hope all you want. You can sit there hopping and skipping and refreshing, and you're seeing all these profiles. Obviously, you're going to think, well, is this belonging to somebody, whatever the case may be. But apparently they resolved it. But why would you do a test like that out in the open? That should be on the back end. Whatever. Maybe. I guess I'm tripping. This is crazy. Thank you so much, Quinn, for becoming a member. Do me a favor. Go to the community tab where you'll find access to all of our perks. Enjoy. Make sure you add me on PlayStation. All that good stuff. Raiden Blade, thank you for the $2. Says, why do you think Sony removed the browser from PS5? I didn't know they removed the browser from PS5. It's as far as I was concerned, it was still there last time I checked. Now let's get on with our next topic here, because I did talk about this yesterday, but a lot of people was coming after me, and I was like, bro, like y'all don't even understand like what's really going on here. And this don't make any sense at all, but I guess I digress. Let's go ahead and let's dial into this one, right? So we're talking about Activision, right? And their stance with subscription services and everything like that. So y'all want to pay attention to this. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the share button. Oh God. Activision has concerns about Xbox Game Pass and PlayStation Plus, explains Microsoft, but it won't matter if the acquisition goes through. So just to save y'all time, Activision is against their games being in a subscription service. Yeah, let that sink in. Y'all hear me? I know y'all hear me very good, very clear, very loud. Y'all hear me? Yeah. Activision is against their games being in a subscription service. We talked about this yesterday. Remember I talked about this, but everybody was coming after my head yesterday. Okay. All right, let's go ahead here. This is essentially what I'm guessing they're saying. This will be bad for us, right? If we allow our games to be in a subscription service, this whole subscription narrative is just bad, right? Okay. Nevertheless, let's dive into this, right? So we can understand exactly what's being said here. Quote, Activision is concerned that the participation in subscription services could impact a redacted and would lead to brand delusion and cannibalization. Cannibalization of buy-to-play sales, especially of new releases. Woo! Same thing Sony's been saying, right? Sony's been saying, no. We're not going to put our games, our newly released games, our day-and-date games into no subscription service. We're not doing that with PlayStation Plus. Here comes Activision saying the same thing that Sony is saying. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? The irony here, because here's the irony. The crazy part is that if the deal goes through, it does not matter because it's $69 billion on the table. Money talks, man. What it shows you is money talks at the end of the day. Where's the integrity here? Like it don't really matter, right? If this deal don't go through, we're not gonna put our games in those subscription services. But if the deal goes through, we cool with it. We're cool with it. It's okay. It's a darn shame, bro. Historically, a very limited number of Activision titles have featured on PlayStation Plus, but these titles have always been older releases that have been provided to PlayStation Plus many years after their initial release via buy-to-play or obviously only made available for a limited time. We already know this already. This ain't no news. Now, Activision has never published any newer content on multi-game subscription services and has no intentions to do so in the future. Did y'all hear that? Microsoft administration is intended to show that the acquisition of Activision Blizzard, which would result in Activision Blizzard games being made available on Xbox Game Pass. That's what this whole thing is about. I told you guys, we are so blinded by Game Pass. That's all we see is green. Remember we talked about this yesterday because that's the main thing, right? That's the main thing. But a lot of people have questioned the quality of these games. How are these qualities of these games? Are Activision games are going to suffer when they go into Game Pass? Is the developers gonna have the same passion and drive to develop these games at the highest quality possible to match the upcharge for Game Pass or to match the value of Game Pass, whatever the case may be? Or is it going to downgrade and dwindle because Microsoft, for some reason, is trying to get their foot in there when it comes to making quality games, quality AAA games, or quality games, period? I mean, they have a handful of games here and there, but at the same time, this is what this is. I told you guys about this subscription model. Like, the more and more this thing grows is the more and more it's going to be a cornerstone for the industry, right? But people didn't want to hear me yesterday when I was talking about it. Now, without the merger, okay, so without this deal even going through, Activision content would not be available on multi-game subscription services. Of course not, right? If this deal does not go through, Call of Duty, Diablo, all these other games under, the portfolio, under the IP generalization of Activision, the catalog of games that they own, their intellectual properties, will not be on a multi-stream service like PlayStation Plus or Game Pass. Now, the merger can therefore not make competitive conditions worse under any circumstances. Excuse me? The merger can therefore not make competitive conditions worse under any circumstances. Ooh, wow. It's like I don't. It's like I'm confused because on one hand you hear Activision saying, "Yeah, I'm putting on the gloves. Yeah, let's go, baby. We in the ring. We gonna be boxing together. If this deal don't go through, we gonna fight. We gonna fight. We gonna fight to the last breath to get this deal through." And on the other hand, it's like, yeah, we don't really want our games to be in a subscription service. Oh God, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, bro? This is a joke. This is a joke. This is what this is, bro. This is really a joke. Y'all not even realize. Are y'all hearing this? And it makes me think about other publishers, right? It makes me think about Capcom, Square Enix, and all these publishers. Like, bro, like, we don't want to be acquired. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to have our games tied to no subscription service. Like, no. Especially our big releases, especially our new games. No, that's insane. Okay, that is insane. We don't want that because that's counter to what we're about. Same thing about Sony. Like, at first I was kind of like, man, this will kind of help Sony, but it does not work with their business model. And I've said this yesterday. If their hands are being forced by Microsoft, like, let's say if the deal goes through, Sony don't get their way with Call of Duty, their hands are going to be forced. Like, they're going to have to do something in order to compete with Game Pass on a higher level. And if that means that they have to sacrifice their AAA first-party games and tie it into a subscription service, then that's what the heck they're going to have to do. Well, how do you guys feel about that? Are you guys feeling what I'm saying, or you're not feeling what I'm saying? Are you understanding what I'm saying, or you're not? Because this is the same thing that Jim Ryan has been saying. Like, bro, like, no, we will never put our games into a subscription service. Our first-party games, like the newest games, the day and date games, like, we can't do that because our games cost way too much money for us to do that, right? I don't know, guys. But hey, here's what's gonna happen, right? This is Activision. I'll give y'all a quick joke and then we gonna move on. This is Activision, like, yeah. Come on, regulators. Come on, baby. Come on, let's get this deal through, baby. What's Sony saying? Man, Sony, go somewhere. Man, Sony, move yourself. Move out of the way. Yeah. Come on, Microsoft. Let's get this deal ahead. No. Listen, tell your lawyer that we will fight too. We will fight, okay? We're going to get this deal through, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. So you know what? Matter of fact, we're going to go to sleep right now. Let us know when the deal goes through, okay? Let us know when the deal goes through. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm sitting here thinking about, I really don't want this deal to go through because for some reason, we don't want our games to be involved, in Game Pass. But hey, holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. $69 billion. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Woo! Call of Duty on Game Pass, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yes. Diablo on Game Pass. Overwatch 2 on Game Pass. Let's go. Woo! You love to see it, man. You love to. Yeah, boy. You wave that money. Everybody waking up. You wave that money over somebody that's sleeping, they're going to wake up. They're like, what? Give me that money. Forget about what I just said. Forget about what I just said. I said I don't want this to happen. No. Give me that money. Give me that moolah. Changes everything. Next topic. Hopefully y'all enjoying the show. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Let's go, man. Let's get hype. All right. Street Fighter 6. All right. Now, this is a game that I'm pretty much excited about. I know that some of you guys are excited about Street Fighter 6. And we possibly could be getting a release date update here So let's go ahead and let's get right into this. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Let's see if we could get 150 likes on the show. Let's get it popping. Yeah, let's do it. All right, so check this out. Street Fighter 6 rated in South Korea. So if it's rated, then that means a release date is imminent, right? So it suggests that a release date update could be happening soon. It said typically when a game is rated, it means that you're usually quite close to a release date or some sort of info drop. And obviously in this case, South Korea, the game hit the rating boards and everything like that. And so Street Fighter 6 is 15 certificate. So there you go on that one. And hopefully, you know, we can get a release date for this game very, very soon. And then we can kind of take it up the scale from there. All right, so let's go ahead and let's move on to our next topic. And this is something that I really want to highlight so you guys can know exactly what's going on here. And this has to do with a glitch that's happening right now. And so I really wanted to sort of highlight this. If you are enjoying the show so far, make sure you guys hit the like button and hit the subscribe button if you're brand new to the show as well. So diving into our next show here, redeeming PlayStation Plus Extra premium games may override PlayStation Plus Essential Games license. Okay, so that is a issue right now. And so basically, if you're finding your PlayStation Plus games locked despite redeeming them prior to the service revamp, then this might be why. Your PlayStation Plus Extra or premium subscription overrode the Games Essential license, right? And basically, the issue seems to be occurring for those who claimed a game via the basic PlayStation Plus monthly games lineup, now called Essential. Now, in the past, and somehow redeemed a version of the game via their new PlayStation Plus Extra or premium subscriptions. Now, is there a fix for the locked PlayStation Plus games? Now, a further mentioned issue was highlighted on Reddit after Greedfall left the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium catalog. Players who previously redeemed the game via PlayStation Plus December 2020 lineup and ended redeeming it again via PlayStation Plus Extra unknowingly had their original license replaced, since PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium games aren't yours to keep forever. Once they leave the service, your access is revoked. Hence, these players are now locked out of Greedfall despite having originally redeemed in 2020 and being eligible for, you know, a continued access with the active subscription. So yeah, that's a bummer. That's really, really a bummer right now. So I don't know if you guys are experiencing that type of glitch or whatever the case may be, but let me know your thoughts in the actual comment section. All right, God of War Ragnarok. Woo, God of War Ragnarok. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have already finished the game. That is my game of the year in so many different ways. So let's talk about this real quick. All right, so God of War Ragnarok is Time Magazine's best game of 2022. Elden Ring in 4th place. So it says right here that God of War Ragnarok has surprisingly snatched the top spot on Time's best video games of 2022, ahead of Elden Ring, which sits at the list in 4th place, despite From Software's epic adventure receiving top marks from critics and fans. Both The Quarry and Horizon Forbidden West sneaked ahead in the rankings as well. Meanwhile, 4 PlayStation exclusive games made the list, showing the strength of PS5's catalog this year. So God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, we have Last of Us Part 1, we have Sifu. Man, Sony just crushing it, bro. Crushing it right now. Elden Ring in 4th place. We have Resident Evil Village, Shadow of Rose. We have number 9 is Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. So yeah, Sony crushing it right there, man. Congratulations to Sony. 5.1 million. Yeah, you crazy? Yeah, let's get it, man. You already know the vibes on that. You already know the vibes on that. Hey, let's get it, man. So I want to ask you guys this right now. Do you think, I'm going to ask you guys this right now, right away. All right. I need you guys to be honest with me. Do you guys think that the ABK deal will be blocked? Be honest with me. Be honest. Yes, no. I need everybody to vote. Let's see if we can get the likes up from 139 likes to 200 likes. Smash up that like button. Did you guys enjoy the main show? We're going into the Q&A portion right now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Be honest. Be honest. Be honest. Be honest. Be honest. All right? Be honest. Okay. So let's hear what let's hear what some of y'all saying right now. It says you can't release games when Sony was using EA exclusives to hardball Nintendo and Sega, least you forget. Well, listen, every company, Microsoft did the same thing too, right? So like I don't know why people are going back in time. Oh, Sony did this, Sony did that. Microsoft did the same thing too. You know what I mean? Microsoft now, they out here buying up big publishers, okay? They're buying up big publishers, bro. Like they're buying up every freaking studios that they can, bro. That's the crazy part. Like people going back on Sony. Oh, Sony did this with EA and Sony did this with Sega and this and that and this and that. Oh, yeah, Microsoft did the same thing too. You know what I'm saying? Like why all of a sudden our tune is being changed here? Like, listen, the fact that Microsoft is sitting here buying up bigger publishers, bigger corporations, you know what I mean? Bruh, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Like both companies do the same thing. Like, why is it that we're pointing the finger at just one company? Oh, Sony did this years ago, right? Sony did this, Sony did that, blah, blah, blah. Does Sony have EA? Does Sony have Sega? Like, yeah, we're talking about games that are exclusives and this and that. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, bro. Like, exclusive games drive sales to your platform, drive people to your platform. It's just like a business. Like, you're going to do whatever you're going to do to get whatever it is that's exclusively belongs to you so that you can drive in your customer base, your fan bases. You know what I'm saying? So Microsoft, Gears is only for Xbox. Gears is not on PlayStation. Gears is not a multi-platform game. Forza is not on PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. All these companies have exclusive games, right? It's just that Sony don't have the money like Microsoft does. Microsoft can go around buying up all these big publishers, and you guys are sitting there making it seem like, oh, well, Sony did this too and this and that. Come on, bro. Microsoft did the same thing too. All these companies, have exclusive games. Every last one of them. You know what I mean? They exclusive DLC, exclusive whatever the case may be to their platform to get people to sign up for their platform, to buy their consoles. What? It's business at the end of the day. It's business one-on-one, right? The problem is that, when you're in the position of power like Microsoft and you're going around and you're buying up all these big publishers, right? Like it's different if they were going around buying a studio here or there or whatever the case may be, but you're buying Bethesda and freaking Activision, and then who else they're going to buy? Some of y'all want them to buy Sega. Yeah, some of y'all probably going to say, well, shoot, if Sony ain't going to buy Square, then shoot, maybe Microsoft need to do that, right? Maybe they should buy Square Japan, right? Because considering that they're trying to strengthen themselves. Listen.
We will make our own destiny.
Listen. Oh, we gonna have a discussion. I love to talk about topics like this. Kratos99, thank you so much for the $5. Says Marlon, Spider-Man 2 is gonna be bigger than the Activision deal. You know it. God. Now listen to this. Thank you so much for the $5, Kratos. Love you, bro. Thank you for supporting the show. Smash up that like button, hit that share button. Let's get on with this topic. My whole thing is this. If this deal does not go through, right? What's the benefit for Sony? Well, Sony can go to Activision and say, hey, we want to sign a time exclusive deal for COD when it comes to DLC, when it comes to certain content or some type of exclusivity. I mean, they don't have enough money to buy COD or to buy Activision, but I'm just saying if this deal does not go through, I mean, that's going to be in favor for Sony because Sony wants this deal to not go through. Sony wants to block this deal because they want Call of Duty on their platform. That they want that exclusivity dominance on their platform, right? Microsoft, on the other hand, is known for shooters, right? My whole thing is this. I'm gonna get to y'all. My whole thing is this, right? It's kind of a tricky situation how to say it. Because on one hand, Sony bought studios in the past. Sony bought Bungie. Microsoft is buying up publishers, bigger publishers and stuff like this, right? You have to give Sony their flowers. At least Sony bought studios in the past that they had relationships with from PS2, PS3 days, right? Insomniac, what Naughty Dog, Housemark, right? Housemark, right?
Make our own
I'm just saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm gonna get to that super chat. They bought those studios years ago, and they organically help those studios to grow, right? Microsoft got all these studios, but people want to get mad at me when I say, well, Microsoft can organically grow their studios to perfection. Perfection does not come overnight. Quality does not come overnight, right? Quality does not come overnight. It takes time to develop quality, right? Like, how about you just work with what you have, build on what you have, put out the best quality on what you have, and then you can take it from there. And it's like you buy, and then it's like, where is the games or where is the high quality games? And you are the same people out there that dunk on these games. Oh, this game is trash. And oh, Microsoft is another L for Microsoft. You buy up all these studios and then now I'm not trying to hear this, bro. I am not trying to hear this. I am not trying to hear this because a lot of you guys, y'all sitting here on the Microsoft bandwagon saying, y'all all 100% for them buying up everything, but y'all not all for them to organically build with what they have. If this deal does not go through, worst come to worst, and this deal doesn't go through, they need to sit down and focus on putting out good games, good high quality games. Try to match the quality of Sony, period. I'm just saying, but I guess y'all can agree and to disagree with me. Geek the Sneak with the $5 says, I hope Xbox buys Activision Blizzard. Sony will be all right. I wanted to play SFV on Xbox last gen. Guess what? PS stopped that. Well, here's the thing. Listen. Hold on. Both companies do the same thing. Microsoft goes to a developer, a third-party developer, and be like, "Hey, here's X amount of dollars to put your game on Game Pass." It's the same exact thing. You gotta be first to the punch. You're competing. You're in business to make money. What is Sony supposed to do? I'm just saying, like, why is this so wrong? Why is this so anti-consumer? Like, if Sony is first to the punch to go to Capcom and say, hey, we want Street Fighter to be on our platform. We want Final Fantasy to be on our platform. That's Microsoft's fault. That's not Sony's fault. It's like, I don't understand. It's like, it's so wrong for one company. They both do the same thing. Microsoft, look what Microsoft is doing. Microsoft is buying Activision for Game Pass. It's the same exact thing. You're in business. It's all about business. It's not about your feelings. It's not about your emotion. I keep telling you guys that these companies are not your friend. They're not your friend. This is all facts, bro. They're not your friend. They're not in business to make you happy. They're in business to win your money, to take your money. So, of course, it's a business at the end of the day. Microsoft is going to go and they're going to strike whatever deal with whatever publisher, with whatever developer that they want to have. Same thing with Sony. So you can't blame Sony. You can't blame Sony. Microsoft ain't your friend. Microsoft ain't going to be holding your hand, swinging and singing lullaby to you. No. Or Sony. Sony's not going to do that. They're not going to be singing you sweet songs. No, they're not. So it's okay. You have to be quick to the punch. When you go in those boardrooms and those meetings and everything like that, you got to be quick to the punch. Survival of the fittest. Microsoft has the upper hand with Game Pass. Sony has already said that they're lagging behind Game Pass. You guys already know what that means. They got all these publishers and all these games. You know how many games they're going to have in Game Pass once that deal goes through? They're going to have the upper hand on Sony because all those third-party games are now going to be in that subscription service. Period. Game Pass is the end-all, be-all thing for Microsoft. They've already made that apparent. So Sony sit there and be like, oh, we're fighting for Street Fighter. We're fighting for Resident Evil. We're fighting for Final Fantasy. Microsoft can fight too. Microsoft could have struck that deal years ago when Sony went to Square. They could have did the same thing. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Retro says Sony isn't your friend, but well, hold on. Sony isn't your friend, but you stay capping for them while throwing Xbox. How is it that oh my God. How is it that I'm capping for Sony? Business is business at the end of the day. Business is business at the end of the day. The numbers don't lie. COD performs best on PlayStation, right? It does. Sony is fighting because they want COD to be on PlayStation. How is it that I'm shilling for PlayStation? How is it that I'm shilling for? How is it that I'm throwing Xbox under the bus? How? Because what? What did I say? What am I doing now? When I simply say that instead of Microsoft continuing, because Microsoft ain't done yet, they're going to continue to buy more and more publishers. Do y'all want them to continue to... Listen, bro.
We will make our own destiny.
Listen. Hold on. Oh, we're going to have a very interesting topic today. It says, all car posts want is money. According to what you're saying, you shouldn't care if Microsoft buys Activision Blizzard. Listen, whether or not Microsoft buys Activision Blizzard or not, hey, it is what it is, right? If the deal goes through, it's going to benefit who? It's going to benefit the gamers who are seasoned to their ecosystem, right? It's going to benefit gamers who care about Xbox or gamers who might switch platforms because they see all these Activision games tied to a subscription service and they probably saying, you know what, this is a way better deal than what I'm getting on PlayStation. Console adaption. I'm just saying, right? So regardless of the fact, like Microsoft is buying their way there. Right? They're buying their way. They're buying up all these public. That's the only way they could get to Sony. That's the only way that they can hurt Sony, is to keep on buying. How does that look? You're going around and you're buying up all these third-party publishers. How does that look? How does that make the competition? So that's the only way you could be competitive, is buying publishers. You can't just organically grow your studios and put out high quality games that gets the same attention and hype like PlayStation Games does. You can't do that. You just have to keep buying. So after this Activision Blizzard deal, and they go and they buy somebody else, and we still don't get the games that we really want, or we still don't get the games that are supposed to be released the way we want. And then it's the same cycle over and over again. I want us to come to a verdict. I want that is either this deal going to go through or it's not going to go through. Right? I really want this deal to be over with at this point. Right? Whether it's going to go through or not. I just want this to be over with because it's putting a heavy burden on the industry right now. We can't get any showcases. We just heard from Jez Gordon that, well, Microsoft is holding back. We don't want Microsoft to be holding back. We want Microsoft to show us games. The problem with Microsoft right now is a management problem, right? Management problem. You buying up all these studios. Okay, that's fine and dandy. You buying up all these studios. Great. You're feeding Game Pass. That's great. You're adding more value to your subscribers and your fan base by adding more games in the portfolio and catalog. But at the same time, how are these qualities of these games are going to hold up in the future? When we know Microsoft is not known to put out quality games since Xbox 360, right? Except for Forza Horizon 4. Oh no, Forza Horizon 5. All the Forza games leading up to Forza Horizon 5. Hive Busters. That's really about it. There's really no crazy, oh my God, over the top game. Like Halo is dead. Come on, guys. Come on. So you're telling me you guys are just extremely happy. Like, okay, Microsoft goes on ahead, get Activision. You're telling me this is going to fix everything about Microsoft because of this one deal? So y'all think, okay, this deal goes through. They have their ability to move around COD like they want to. They have their ability to move around all these games like they want to. This is going to make Microsoft beat Sony. This is going to make Microsoft be number one because of this Activision deal. What about the bottom line? What about the management? What about the quality of your games? Are you going to improve the quality of the games when you came out and admittedly said that PlayStation games, PlayStation exclusive games are better than your own games? You basically came out verbatim and said that the games look better. PlayStation games look better. That you plead your case. So that's why I said the more and more you read into this, the more and more your mind change from this whole ordeal. It's like, okay, on one hand, you're sitting here, you're like, okay, you know what? This will be good for Microsoft. But when you coming out and you're either contradicting yourself or you're either saying, well, no, Sony got the better games, which Matt Booty has been saying that, but you don't come out and admit that your games are not that good. So is this Activision Blizzard deal going to make your games miraculously be better? Is this going to be the instant success for Game Pass? You still got to put in the work. You still got to make sure that these games are top quality. You still got a job to do. You still got to make sure that Hellblade is as top-notch as possible. You still got to make sure Fable is top-notch as possible. You still got to make sure that Perfect Dark is top-notch as quality as it's supposed to be. You still got to make sure all these games are living up to the hype.
We will make our own destiny.
Listen. Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing that I'm going to say. I'm going to shut this thing down. Here's another thing I'm going to say. Okay, they buy Activision Blizzard, right? Now they got Activision Blizzard. We already know how they are with managing their games. Phil even just came out and said one of their biggest problems, why they delayed Starfield. You know why they delayed Starfield? Because they shipped games too early. They shipped the games too early. Microsoft has always been criticized for showing games that need more time in the oven. Oh, you're showing a bunch of trailers and you ain't even showing no gameplay, right? Come on, man. So when they acquire Activision Blizzard now and they have all them developers that's underneath the Xbox umbrella, how are those games are going to look in the future under the Microsoft umbrella? If they don't improve management, if they don't adapt to that Sony formula, they're going to have problems on their hand. Then all of this $69 billion is going to be for nothing. Because people are going to be like, well, the quality ain't even, oh man, what the heck? Nah, bro. Nah. You got to get down to Sony wizardry, bro. You got to get down to Sony formula. You got to match that. The biggest problem is with Game Pass for a lot of people right now is for the AAA people, the people that want the big AAA games. They want what? What do they want? High quality AAA games. Not talking about the casual people. Phil already came out and said there's no big games for 2022. That's facts. That's facts. People want the big stuff. If you're not putting out high quality games to go with Game Pass, where do you see Game Pass in another 5-10 years from now? If the quality is keep on dwindling away, where do you see that? Where do you see it going? You don't think they're going to lose subscribers, a lot of subscribers because of that? You don't think a lot of the hardcore fans are going to jump ship? Because the quality, they're going to have to sit down and figure out a way. Keep on buying all you freaking want. But at the end of the day, if the quality of the games are not up to par to what your rival is putting out, you are in trouble. That's the truth, man. You ain't got to be no fanboy. You ain't got to be, listen, bro. You don't have to be a fanboy. You don't have to be a corporate slave to see that. That's facts. If you're not putting out high quality games to match the value that you're offering in that subscription service, people are going to jump ship. So you can buy up every friggin' studio. You can buy Capcom. You can buy Square Enix. You can buy Ubisoft. You can buy everybody. And it still won't matter. Because if the quality of the games are not there, people are going to complain. It doesn't matter. People are going to see, people get on Sony. Oh, you're putting out a $70 remake. You're putting out $70 game that is buggy and glitchy. Same thing goes for Microsoft with Game Pass. Come on, guys. You don't have to be a fanboy. You just speak the truth. Come on, guys. Man, listen, bro. Come on, man. Come on, guys. For real, though. Like, that's been Microsoft's biggest problem, bro, is in the quality department, is in the management department. Yeah, I'll be happy. Okay, the deal is over with. The deal goes through. Okay, whippity-doo. Now what happens? Now what happens with the rest of the games? Now what happens with the future releases of Activision games? How are they going to look? How are they going to play? With Microsoft management. Whatever. Whatever, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It says the casual market is bigger than the hardcore gamers. Who cares about FPS and all that stuff? What? Rohan, are you kidding me? What? Who cares about the hardcore stuff? FPS? Bro, if that's the case, what? What? Listen me, bro. Listen. If that was the case, if Microsoft did not care about the hardcore fans, what's the whole point of you having a Series X? Who is the Series X marketed towards? Oh, we don't care about FPS. We don't care about quality is key at the end of the day. Are you kidding me? If that was the case, then if Microsoft just cares about the casuals, right? Then they would have just made the Series S. If all the casuals was so great and make up 100% of Game Pass, then why not just come out with just the Series S? Why come out with a much more powerful console? Because the more powerful console is for the elitists. It's for that hardcore gamer that really wants that extra FPS, that better graphics, that faster load time, whatever the case may be. The more premium feature, the more powerful features. Oh man, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy. But everybody's entitled to their own opinion. The biggest problem right now for Sony is they need to come up with their own stuff when it comes to Call of Duty. We already know that they have a lot of stuff in development right now. We already know that already. But Call of Duty makes up so much revenue for Sony that they got to fight because they can't develop. They already said that nothing from their first party can put up the numbers of Call of Duty, right? Battlefield can't even come. Sony said themselves, Battlefield can't even come close to Call of Duty, right? Call of Duty brings the money in for Sony, third party wise. It's one of their biggest source of revenue, third party wise, right? But at the same time, I want Sony to stand on their own 2 feet. Give Microsoft a COD. That's where I'm at. Give Microsoft a COD. Give them their COD. Hey, you know what? It's all good. If you're not going to, Sony, if you're not going to take the deal, walk away. Walk away. Because if this deal gets blocked, what are you going to do? The best Sony can do is go to Activision and ask them for another deal. Extend the current deal that they have with COD. That's the only thing that they can do. But once that deal runs out, you're going to have to renew again. And renew again and renew again. Same thing if they accept the deal from Microsoft. And no deal is going to be forever because you don't own the intellectual property. So no deal is going to be forever. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That is crazy. Both companies are doing the same exact thing. Both companies are dunking on themselves. I already told you guys that Sony is saying crazy stuff about their games, downplaying their games because of Call of Duty. Microsoft trying to be the good guy. You know what I'm saying? Saying a bunch of stuff that makes no sense. Come on, guys. Come on. Y'all. Man. It says, I love Xbox to death nowadays, but I feel like if Phil forced Xbox Game Pass on everyone they buy is set them up for another Don Matrick Xbox. Like I said, keep on buying up stuff and not focus on your quality of your games. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Sony can't buy any big publisher. They don't need to. That's the thing. They don't need to buy no big publishers. They don't need to. All Sony needs to do is do what they do best. That's all Sony needs to do. Do what you do best, Sony. That's all you need to do. Sony got some of the best developers in the world. Most talented developers in the world. Sony don't have to buy no more publishers. Sony just need to work on what they have currently right now. Do you know how many partnerships they have? How many multiplayer games are in development currently right now? Sony will be fine. Even if this deal goes through and Sony does not accept this deal, Sony will be fine. They're going to be okay. Sony is making their letter to the CMA seem like it's going to be wrap time for them. They're going to be finished and done. Sony is going to be fine. Microsoft is going to force their hand, for them to be more competitive with them if this Activision deal goes through and they don't accept the COD deal. But what do you do then, right? Your hands are going to be forced because you can't let Microsoft walk all over you. Phil has already extended his hand and said, listen, we want Call of Duty to remain on PlayStation as long as ever. Oh, man. People in the chat don't understand Xbox is backed by a $1 trillion company. If they want they can buy Sony, the whole company. Exactly. They can buy Sony if they want to. Oh, okay. So how would you guys feel? Who is it there? Sir, it's a Microsoft representative. A Microsoft representative? Okay, let him in. Oh, hi, Phil. How you doing today? What's your proposal today, sir? Sit down on that nice coffee chair there. How you doing, Phil? What can I do for you? Welcome to Sony Interactive Entertainment, by the way. How you doing? But this is not realistic here. You are proposing a deal for what exactly? You want to buy the whole company and the PlayStation brand. Let me see this proposed deal here. Get this man out of here. Get this man out of here. Throw this man out of here. Bro, not going to happen. Yeah, but listen, if they want to, if they could, and if Sony was for sale, yeah, they could buy Sony because they got that type of money. They got that type of bread to go around. I'm just saying, bro. Ask you guys, when was the last... Oh, yeah. Like when Microsoft tried to buy Nintendo. Right. And Nintendo laughed in their face. Get him out of here. Get them out of here. Microsoft, get out of here. So Nintendo is not for sale. Get out of here. Listen, bro. It says, if the deal goes through, people can't complain when Sony goes all out buying things, whether that studios or publishers. I think it should be blocked. Listen, bro. Listen. Listen, Sony don't have the type of money to go around buy. That's not how you react. You know what I'm saying? That's not how you react going around buying up stuff like that. That's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing that Sony is saying right now. Like, that's not okay for you to go around buying up everybody. So Sony don't need to. That's them contradicting themselves. That's them going against what they were saying before. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Like, they don't need to react that type of way. Sony has pride, unlike Microsoft. Just listen to Steve Jobs talking about Microsoft. Sony is hurting their relationship with Activision from this point forward. Bro, it's just, I don't even know, man. Sony isn't going to buy a publisher. Bro, listen, this is crazy, man. This whole ordeal is crazy. Like I said before, I want this deal to either go through or whatever is going to happen. Like, at this point, I just want it to be over with already. You know what I mean? Whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And I just want Microsoft to release the big stuff. I just really care about the big stuff right now from Microsoft. That's what I grow to love about Microsoft. Halo, Gears, Forza. You know what I mean? Those are the 3 top games over the years. The same rinse and repeat stuff. And that's what I grow accustomed to, right? I need to see them high quality stuff from them. You know, Fable and State of Decay 3 and, you know, Perfect Dark. And I need to see those games. That's all I care about right now. You know, I don't even, to be honest with you, I don't even really play a lot of Activision games to begin with. So the only Activision game I really play like hardcore, like, is Call of Duty. Like, that's it. Most of the other games I don't even really care for. Like, I don't even really play like that. You know what I mean? So it's just, come on, man. Like, oh, yeah, of course, Alex, of course. Such idiots. Sony is hurt. It said, laugh out loud, tell me you don't know business without telling me you don't know business. This deal isn't going through. I guarantee it. And even if it does, it brings nothing to Xbox. Like I said before. You can have all the studios in the world. You can have all the studios in the world. And at the same token, at the same time, You know what I'm saying? The games, they like, what's up with the games? Like, what's up with the games? Like, how are these games? I don't even know what else to say. I don't even know what else to say. No new games, right? Same old games. God. It said, Marlon, I have a friend that works in Wall Street, and he told me that England and Europe Union may be leaning towards declining the deal. Wow. I mean, I don't play Crash like I used to. When I was much younger, I played Crash, but not like I used to, you know? Kind of grow out Crash and grow out Spyro and all that, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, it's been years, man. You know, when I was much younger, fine. It says ABK is hurting their relationship with Sony. It says by even trying to accept this deal. They don't care, obviously. They don't care. Gamepass is about content. Sony is scared for their life. And do you want if to believe? Don't knows if that's doing it. Oh man. Oh God. This is crazy, man. This whole deal, bro. I just can't wait. Let me get back to some of these questions that people have been saying. Let me see. Because I see it says if Sony have the best developers, then why are they crying? If y'all hear this, y'all hear it. Retro Gamer said, if Sony got the best developers, then why are they crying? Are y'all hearing this? If Sony got, I'm gonna let the chat answer this. If Sony got the best developers, then why are they crying? I'm gonna ask the chat this. I ain't gonna say nothing. Make sure you guys hit the like button and hit the share button. Retro Gamer said, if Sony got the best developers, then why are they crying? I'm going to ask the chat that question. I'm asking the chat this question. According to Retro Gamer in the chat, he said if Sony got the best developers, then why are they crying? It says possible to see more games delays from Sony because of this deal in any way. I don't know, man. It's a tricky question. It's a very tricky question because I think the games are probably still going to come out, you know, when they're supposed to come out. It's just the new reveals. Like, I don't know what the heck is going on with that. Sony messing with Activision bread $70 billion. They jack up the money. It says they have the exclusive. So what are we doing here? They have the exclusives. But I said it, Retro. I said it yesterday. They have the exclusives, but they need third party. They need the help of third party and different partnerships with different publishers and developers because their games do not put up the numbers like Nintendo. So Sony needs those type of partnerships. You know, they need the Square Enix partnership. They need the Ubisoft partnership. They need, you know what I mean? Everything that they can get because their games don't sell as much as Nintendo. Period. You know what I'm saying? So, and if that wasn't the case, then why is it that more people play Call of Duty on PlayStation? I'm just saying. Third party is important as much as first party. Sony needs a little bit of everything in order to stay afloat. Period. Microsoft got money. They can afford to be in the negative. You know what I'm saying? Sony, you know, they got to do what they got to do to stay in business. That's why they went up on the PS5. Now we hear Microsoft is going to go up on the Series X and Game Pass and all that type of stuff. Like, that's just the way it is, right? You got to do what you got to do to stay in business. As much as we don't like it, as much as I'm saying, well, the consumers and this and that, and oh man, this is going to hurt our pockets. But these companies are not backing down. You know what I mean? Stuff is going up in price. Cost of living is going up. Food's going up. So everything goes up, right? Gaming is a luxury. Like, you got to pay for that expensive luxury. That's just the way it is. But you said Nintendo has nothing to do with it. Nintendo has nothing to do with this whole Activision Blizzard deal with Sony. Nintendo is in a league of their own. Nintendo can do without third parties. Does third parties help Nintendo? Yes. But Nintendo games, their first party games do so well that they would be fine if there was no third party games. Like Nintendo developed their own stuff. You see what I'm saying? You see them crying over Final Fantasy? They got Fire Emblem. Like you see them crying over anything? Like you see them stand on their own 2 feet. That's the difference between Nintendo and Sony. Like Sony games don't really perform as well as Nintendo. Sony first party games perform a lot better than Microsoft. You see what I'm saying? That's why what did Microsoft do? Turn to Game Pass. Because they didn't have any other way. They couldn't beat Sony pound for pound. You guys forget. They couldn't beat Sony pound for pound. Games on games. AAA after AAA. They couldn't beat them pound for pound. So what did they do? Come up with Game Pass. That's why Sony sell more consoles. Why is it that Sony sells more consoles? Why is that? Because of their exclusive games. Because of the partnerships that they have and developed over the years. I'm just saying. If Nintendo is not crying about the deal, then why is Sony? Okay. Sony is crying about it only because Call of Duty makes up so much. I believe it was, 300 million or 400 million a year. Don't quote me on that one because I don't remember. I think it was somewhere north of 300 million a year they make from Call of Duty, right? So it's like, okay, well, dang. At first, Sony is like, oh, shoot, they got Bethesda. Oh, boy, let's not panic. Let's take it easy. But when the announcement came out about Microsoft is about to buy Activision, oh no, we got to stop this. We got to stop this from going through. We got Call of Duty. This can't work. I'm just saying, like, that's just the way it is. Like, you got to understand, like, Sony is relying on third-party games too to stay afloat. So is Microsoft. You know what I'm saying? If Microsoft was so big and bad, why do you need Bethesda? Why do you need Activision? Why don't you just use the studios, your Ninja Theories and your Obsidians and so on and so forth? Like, why you don't bill on those studios and put out good stuff, Coalition and all those other studios? Why you don't bill on those studios? Why you got to go around buying more publishers? I'm just saying, same thing you can say about Microsoft. Oh, so why if Sony, why is Sony crying if they got big exclusive games and their exclusive games are so great? Why is Microsoft buying up publishers? If their games were so good, why are you buying publishers? Let's be real, bro. Why are you buying all these See, Hendo, what's good, fam? Why are you buying all these publishers? Right? You're buying all these publishers because you want to add more value to the ecosystem that you're offering, which is Game Pass. Microsoft is not known for the storytelling and the top-notch quality games that we come to know and love over the years. Yeah, they had a few games here and there, but nothing close to Sony. So in order for them to win, in order for them to be competitive, we got to buy studios. We got not even just studios. We got to buy publishers. We got to buy 2 big publishers in the span of 2 years. No, we got to buy publishers. Come on, guys. Come on, man. Listen, bro. Listen, bro. But hold on. But when Spider-Man 2 gets revealed, right? Everybody, why? Oh my God, why? And then when you see Gears of War 6, you're sitting there like, yo, that looks good. Yeah. You see Perfect Dark, you're like, okay. Graphics looks decent. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, this is State of Decay 3. Oh, graphics looks clean though. Gameplay, okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Starfield. Oh, Starfield. Okay. They improved on the graphics a little bit. Okay. Oh, okay. And you see Wolverine, you're like, whoa! Oh! You're losing your freaking minds. When was the last time you guys fall out of your chair for an Xbox first-party game? When was the last time you guys fall out of your chair for an Xbox first-party game? The last time I fall out of my chair for an Xbox first-party game was Forza Horizon 5. And that's just one game. And before that, it was 360 with Gears of War, the original Gears of War. Hivebusters had me hyped too. So I would say Hivebusters, and that's a DLC to Gears 5. So Hivebusters and Forza Horizon, because I think Playground Games is phenomenal. They're a phenomenal studio, right? So, and Hellblade 2, which Hellblade 2 is not even out yet, but Hellblade 2, right? Hellblade 2 as well. I was blown away by Hellblade 2 as well, right? So the DNA, he said you can't remember, right? The DNA of falling out of your chair on Xbox is a lot lower than PlayStation, because PlayStation show off Spider-Man 2, everybody gonna lose it. They show off Wolverine, everybody gonna lose it. Okay? Period. End of story. Microsoft needs to continue to build on that type of hype, on that type of level, on that type of caliber. I'm just saying. He said Candy Crush makes more money than all Sony exclusive. Yeah, we're talking about a mobile game. Of course it is. The mobile market is crazy. Of course it is. How is it that I'm being a Sony pony again? That is facts. When people see PlayStation games, historically speaking, people fall out of their chair. Last of Us, God of War, Horizon, right? Xbox, you got what? You don't have to be a Sony pony. You don't have to be a PlayStation fanboy to see that. Wasn't it last year y'all was bashing Xbox, saying that their showcase was no good, and they all they show is a bunch of trailers, and the year before that when they had no games? What? Are you kidding me? Listen to me, man. Listen, I'm done. I am simply done with you guys. Like, wasn't it 2 years ago? What was it? Last year when they had that showcase and y'all sitting there, oh man, that show was mid. Are you serious, bro? And every single time whenever we have a PS5 showcase, right? People go crazy because people know the level of quality that they can expect. Microsoft is just now getting better at delivering showcases. Don't sit here and tell me Microsoft is taking pictures out of Sony's book when it comes to showcases. Okay? Both Sony and Xbox, both Sony and Microsoft took pictures out of Nintendo's book with their Nintendo Direct. So let's not get this twisted on how to construct a proper show. Where do you think Sony gets State of Play from? The whole structure of State of Play from Nintendo. Same thing with Xbox, right? With their Xbox Direct, same exact thing, right? Everybody copy off of each other. But the problem is, for some reason, Microsoft can't copy the same formula as Sony and Nintendo. Come on, guys. Come on, man. You guys stop playing around. Stop playing. Stop playing. It says, true, I'm really trying to fall out of my chair when Xbox shows stuff. Exactly. You don't have to be a fanboy. Exactly. It says, Sony shows PS2 graphics and you Bro, it's not even just about the graphics, bro. It's about the gameplay. It's about the characters. It's about the worlds that they create. It's about the story that's being put forth, being told. Come on, guys. But okay, guys, okay. Y'all always come after me. That's all good, though. It says Legendary Entertainment launches worldwide film distribution partnership with Sony Pictures after cutting ties with Warner Brothers. Interesting. It's all good though. It says leave them Xbox, Marlon. They salty for the truth. It says 1 billion, COD 1.5 million. I can't. It says Marlon, you can't know about no Crash Bandicoot or Spyro. That's way before your time. Hey, here you go. It says ponies need to lay off the angel. Oh, I'm done. I'm so done. I can't with you guys. I can't with y'all. Vital Drip says only you do that, bro. I never went crazy over any games. Vital Drip, what? Is Vital Drip still in here? Vital Drip. So you're telling me, hold on. So you're telling me last year when we saw Spider-Man, you wasn't going crazy. Wait, hold on. I can't with these people, bro. I can't with these people, right? You're telling me that you don't get hype. You don't get hype when you see, bruh. Okay, I'm done. I can't. No. Okay, Vital Drip. Okay, bro. Okay, fine. Okay. You don't get hype. You don't get hype for Sony games. Okay. I love you, bro. You know I love you. But hey, if you don't get hype for Sony games when you see Sony games and you're like, oh my God, that looks crazy. Okay, bro. Okay, fine. But when you look at Microsoft showcases, you're probably like, oh shoot, this looks good. But it's not oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't know. I guess everybody's hype level is different. It says, bro, I'm 44, can't afford to fall. Listen. Vital Drip, you know you family, bro. You family. Listen, doesn't matter how old you get. You could be an 80-year-old grandpa and you're watching a PS5 showcase and they show off Onimusha. Bro, if they show off Onimusha, bro, I'm literally back flipping, crawling on the wall, every doggone thing. I'm throwing chairs. I'm going crazy. What? Are you kidding me, Vital Drip? Listen, bro. I am going crazy. Onimusha, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Resistance, SOCOM. What? Metal Gear, a new Metal Gear that's a PS5 exclusive. What? I will lose it. No matter how old I get. A new Ninja Gaiden. What? Man, listen, bro. Listen. He says, I got hype for Spider-Man and Wolverine. Exactly, Jay. Exactly. What's going on, Joe? Exactly. He says, I'm cap, bro. I have to mess with you. I know you capping. You know I love you, bro. You round table member. Listen, bro. Sony. Only Sony and Nintendo can get you hype like that. Microsoft is just now starting to do that again after the 360. They just started to do it with Hellblade 2. Bro, Hellblade 2 looks insane. You guys already know. When I was playing Forza Horizon 5, I was losing it. I'm like, yo, this game is fire. The quality is fire. The gameplay is fire. The graphics is fire. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about, Microsoft. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I want from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's rare. It's a dime a dozen with Microsoft. But with Sony, you already know Sony delivers on them single player games. Nobody can deny that. What? Why you think Sony, you see Sony pulling those numbers, man, whenever they do their PS5 showcases? It's for a reason, because people already know it's time to get hype. It's because you know they're going to deliver, bro. Look at God of War. You already know. When you see God of War, you already know it's time to get hype. Like, Xbox need more of those Hellblades. They need more of the Forza Horizons. Like Fable, I'm hoping that they'll blow me away with Fable. I'm hoping that they blow me away with Perfect Dark. I'm hoping that for some reason or the other, State of Decay 3 blows me away. The next Forza game looks crazy. It looks good, looks high quality. Gameplay looks smooth. Graphics looks good. Cars look really good, sound good. Tracks look good. Day and night life cycle and all that. You know what I mean? The joint looks fire. Gear 6, I'm pretty sure it's going to blow us away because the coalition. Don't get it twisted. Microsoft got some good developers too, bro. They got Ninja Theory. They got the coalition. They got Playground Games, Obsidian. Do I need to keep going? They got some good developers. The thing is, bro, they just got to lock in, bro. They got to lock in and keep on pushing that high quality. Keep on raising the bar, bro. That's it. That's it. I want Microsoft to win. I want Microsoft to give Sony a run for their money. And likewise with Microsoft, I don't want Microsoft to be buying up everybody and then all of a sudden they're the Apple of the industry. They got all the money in the world so they can buy up everybody and acquire everybody. And then now it's like we don't have any competition. It needs to be even, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like, I want Microsoft to win too. I want Microsoft to shine too. Bro, I got a Series X and I got a S and I got a PC, bro. Like, I want them to win too, but I don't want them to overpower the industry. That's all I'm saying. I don't want you to overpower the industry, bro. Like, it's too much of one thing, bro. Too much of one thing is never good. It's only so far you can go before it's enough is enough. How much more studios are you going to buy? How much more publishers are you going to buy before enough is enough? Now you need to, all the studios you acquired, you know what I'm saying? Now you need to push forth and put out quality, bruh. That's it. Bill. That's it, bruh. It says, wow, but Sony can take over. I'm not saying that. I don't want Sony to take over. Because here's the thing. If Sony takes over, Sony's going to get complacent. Sony going to be cocky. Y'all really want the cocky Sony again? Do y'all really want the arrogant Sony again from the PS3 era? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all really want that Sony again? And in the PS4 time frame as well? Y'all really want that Sony to come back again? Blocking cross-play, all type of shenanigans and everything and acting like they, bro, listen, no. I need Microsoft to continue to be aggressive with their games. Not just, I don't want them to keep buying up every single body. Like, get this Activision deal through the door. Okay, they got it. Good. Now focus on your games. That's all I'm saying. I don't want Sony to overpower the industry because any company, any corporation that overpowers or tower over the other company, they're going to act like they're the almighty, bro, that they're unstoppable. And guess what? Whatever crap that they serve, we got to eat it. Why? Because they have so much power and so much dominance. Come on, guys. Come on. Larry K, thank you for the $1. He says, at the end of the day, the market leader Sony is shook of this deal going through. They don't want to let Xbox compete with them because they see what they have in store. Exactly. Because they know if Microsoft gets a hold of COD, you know what I mean? If Microsoft gets a hold of COD, and well, we already know that Phil said that he wants it to be on PlayStation, but I'm just saying, like, they don't want that because they're the market leader. They want what they want. Period. Right? So
we will make our own destiny.
Cool says, facts, we need competition in the gaming industry because if not, we can end up just like NBA 2K, no competition in trash game. I'm just saying, bro, listen, bro. And, you know, you can count on your hands the good 2K games. And that's a prime example. Like, I wouldn't say they're trash. I would say that they're some of their games are just mediocre. A lot of the 2K games, like, I can count on my hands the amount of good 2K games. Like, this last one was pretty decent because it gave me a lot of 2011, 2012 vibes. You know what I mean? 2010 vibes. But like, if you don't have no competition, bro, then you're just not going to care. You're just going to keep on doing what you feel like doing. You know what I mean? And then the passion is not going to be there anymore. Like, you don't have to work for it because it's so easy. The carpet is being laid out for you. There's no competition. So it's just, bruh. Sony's image is eroding. Listen, man. Sony said a lot of things that made me scratch my head. But again, if this deal goes through and Sony ends up losing out, they're gonna be okay. They're gonna have to dig in their lunch kit, and they're gonna have to come out with something big. You know what I'm saying? To go up against Microsoft, because I'm telling you, Microsoft ain't playing no games. Microsoft is not playing any games. They tired of playing around. So, like I said, I think if this deal goes through after this Activision Blizzard deal, they should stop. They should stop buying studios and publishers. Bro, that's 2 big publishers. Plus you bought studios from 2017 leading all the way up till now. Like, you need to just chill and focus on the studios that you have. Manage the studios that you have. That's all I'm saying. They're not going to stop. Well, you're going to stop eventually, because when you hit that monopoly wall, you're going to have to stop. I'm just saying. Oh, yeah, Hellblade 2 is going to be amazing, bro. You kidding me? That's Ninja Theory, bro. You kidding me? Listen, bro. They need to stop. They need to stop and focus on their studios and put out more quality games. Hence, they need to stop dunking on their own games and say, oh, yeah, well, Sony got better games. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. He said just focus on what you got now. Exactly. Exactly, Devontae. Exactly, bro. Focus on what you have. Stop buying up all these publishers, and after a while, it's going to get annoying. After a while, regulators and the FTC and the CMA is going to be like, okay, well, you see how hard it was for you to get this Activision Blizzard deal, and then now y'all trying to buy Take-Two? Now y'all trying to buy Sega? Nah, bro. That's too much. That's enough. So it's only so much buying that they can do. What the Microsoft needs to do, get your little Activision deal through and be done. Work out something with Sony and be done with it and call it a day. And let everybody be happy. Xbox fans will be happy. PlayStation fans will be happy because they'll still be able to play COD, right? And get whatever DLC that they can work out, whatever. But I'm just saying, bro, like, this is Pony's been crying over since the deal was announced, talking about it's not fair. Listen, bro. Here's the narrative. Here's the thing. If Sony had the money, listen to this. If Sony had the money that Microsoft got, right? You think Sony would? What would be the narrative then? Oh, it's not fair. It's not. Xbox fans are gonna be, oh, it's not fair. Come on, guys. Yeah, this is business at the end of the day. This is the crab in the bucket mentality. Stepping on somebody's head to get to the top. This is what this is all about. Life ain't fair. Business ain't fair. Everybody trying to win. That's the ugly truth. People are not trying to hear it, but that's the truth, bro. If Sony got the money like how Microsoft got the money, it would have been the same thing. They would have tried to, if not acquire Activision, they would have been buying Call of Duty right now. They would have been buying Call of Duty. We already know how PlayStation is ruthless already, bro. If it's up to Sony, they will have everything only on PlayStation if they had the money like Microsoft. Oh, it's not fair. We really want to talk about what's fair and what's not fair. Sony would have done the same thing. If Sony was in that position of power with money, they would have bought Call of Duty for themselves and for themselves only. They wouldn't care about Microsoft. Come on, bro. You honestly think that Jim Ryan would have been like, oh, hey, Phil. How you doing, Phil? Hey, buddy, Phil. Yeah. You know what? Here's a 15-year deal, Phil. Go ahead and sign that contract, Phil. Yeah. Go ahead and sign that contract because we buddies, okay? And we want the best for you guys. And yeah. Yeah, okay. Keep thinking that. Sony ain't doing that. Sony is not going to do that. Sony being that, are you crazy? Being that Call of Duty performs better on PlayStation, you honestly think that they're going to strike a deal with Microsoft on Call of Duty? Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Sony would never offer that type of deal. Are you crazy? You must not know Sony. No, sir. Not going to happen. No, sir. No, sir. Sony will not strike a deal like that. You are crazy to think that. Nah, bro. Sony would keep that to themselves. Keep Call of Duty to themselves. Period. If they had the money to throw up. Come on, guys. Sony business model isn't for today's gaming. GOW is over and done. It says no engagement for that game. Microsoft putting out games online that generate engagement and funds through the years. MW2 performs better on Series X. What are you talking about? I never said anything about performance when it comes to MW2. Listen, we're going off into a whole nother territory. Retro, I'm gonna get you, bro. I can't with you, bro. You like to poke. You something else. You something else, Mr. Retro Gamer. You like to poke real big. This man, bro, talk about MW2 performs better on. Oh Lord, here we go with this console nonsense now. I can't. T Murphy with the $5 says Xbox got.
We will make our own destiny.
Hold on. Shout outs to the homie Murphy, and then I'm gonna get to Mr. Jason Max. All right. Now Xbox got COD. So what PlayStation needs to capitalize and bring Killzone Resistance back to the table? I got both Xbox, PS, and I say war it up. Hey, listen, bro. If that's what it's gonna succumb to, then by all means do it. By all means, that's what's gonna happen. If this deal goes through, Sony is not gonna be happy. Sony is not gonna be happy. Oh boy, it is not going to be good if this deal goes through and Sony don't have their way. You ain't seen the last of Sony yet, right? They're going full-fledged war. You already know that already. You already know what's going to happen already. And whether or not Sony is bringing back Resistance or SOCOM or whatever, only time will tell. Because they're probably looking at those IPs like, are these IPs going to bring in the numbers? You know what I'm saying? Like, but Jason says Xbox deserves to be number one. Here's the thing. I think every company deserves to be number one. It's just like you being on YouTube and you want to be number one. You want to have a gazillion amount of subscribers. Well, I could deserve to be number one on YouTube, but you got to work for it. You got to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? You got to put in as much, whoever it is that's number one, you got to match that level or even more. You got to outdo the person that is number one in order to be number one. That's facts. That's facts. In order for Microsoft to be number one, they have to outdo Sony. What is Microsoft doing right now that Sony can't do? Buying up big publishers. Buying up big corporations. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Everybody deserves to be number one. Everybody deserves to be on top in life. But you got to work for it. You got to earn that. It ain't easy. You got to earn that, bro. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. Fam, that's just what it boils down to. Come on, man. You got to put in the work. You have to. It says, the most fanboys quote ever, Xbox deserve. Everybody deserves number one. Everybody deserves that number one spot. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Who it is. It says, you think God of War Ragnarok might lose that Game of the Year trophy because of how Sony is dealing with this Activision showing a bad image? Nah. Nah. I think it still stand a solid chance of getting Game of the Year. Nah. Everything is gonna be fine. Have you been enjoying the Steam? Yeah. The Steam Deck, yeah, for sure. There's tons of games on sale right now. Tons of PC stuff that I'm trying to get into as well. So stay tuned for the PC content. If the ABK deal goes through, will Jim Ryan be let go? No. Jim Ryan is going to still be there, bro. He's still going to be there. You know what I mean? He's still going to be there until he steps down. You know what I mean? He's still going to be there until he steps down. He says the lead change was never going to be easy for Sony. It was always going to end like this. Hey, man. Here's the thing. Listen. Sony fighting, Microsoft got to fight. You see what I'm saying? Both companies got to keep fighting for that number one spot. Sony is already number one. Microsoft is trying to outdo Sony by having more publishers, by having better quality games eventually, by offering better value for consumers and gamers and such. That's Microsoft's main thing. You heard it right there. Microsoft's main thing is to outdo Sony with more games available, more studios available, better quality games available, and more value available. That is Microsoft's whole thing, right? Period. End of story. Popeye, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. He says, that's not going to help Xbox. Well, man, hey, I don't know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say, bro. I really don't. He says, watch Tencent get the green light to compete and then make it even hard. But you know what's funny? What if the I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, what if the Embracer Group gets a hold of Activision? What if Google or Amazon gets a hold of Activision? What would the narrative be then? You know what I'm saying? The Embracer Group or Tencent or any of these other companies or corporations with billions of dollars buy up all these publishers. What would the narrative be then? You know what I'm saying? If Sony was up for sale, what would the narrative be up? You know, what would the narrative be then? Oh, well, Microsoft ain't got no competition because best believe Microsoft can buy Sony and Nintendo and still got money in the bank. That's how much money they got and still be okay. Well, y'all want a new world gaming order where Microsoft just is number one and just buying up everybody and there's no competition. Is that what y'all want? I guess. Keep buying, baby. Keep buying because you got the money. So keep buying. I'm just saying, guys. But I love y'all, man. You got to earn. You got to work. You got to grind. You got to put in the time. Just like me. See, I'm sitting here right now. I'm putting in the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here putting in the time, talking to you guys for about almost 2 hours now. I don't know how long. Putting in the time, putting in the work, talking to you guys. That's just part of the grind, man. You want to be number one. You want to grow. You want to get to 100K, 200K, 300K, 500K, a million. Got to put in the work. Not sure if you heard about big investors are offloading their shares on ABK. Warren Buffett sold his. I ain't surprised. He said Take-Two next on Microsoft list. That would be insane if they get Take-Two. That's not going to happen, though. That is not going to happen. You crazy? That's monopoly. They'll be trending on thin ice doing that. I'm just saying. Not going to happen. Sure, let Microsoft buy everything, and then we all get mediocre experiences in the world. No one wants that. Says Microsoft is scared of Sony. Never say that is true. Never say never. That is true. Never say never. That is true. That is true, Chad. That is true. Never say never. It says, if I was in charge, I would greenlight Kratos versus Halo. That would be the most cringeworthy mess that I would ever see. Most cringeworthy collaboration. Man, that would be crazy. But make sure you guys hit the like button, man. Let's end this month off strong. This is a brand new week. I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for believing in me. I'm gonna keep on making this content for you guys, man. And going into next year, I'm going to be pushing some new content on the channel. We're going to be doing a lot more PC content for you guys. You know, more upgrades, more builds, things of that nature. Try to work out the kinks with some more things and keep the PS5 content going, the Xbox content going for you guys, and keep the show going for you guys. You know, as long as you guys keep supporting, I'm going to keep pushing, you know. So I appreciate you guys. Sony going to be retro. Sony going to be fine, bro. Sony going to be fine. If y'all did enjoy the show, man, make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the share button. And as usual, guys, please have yourselves a great one. Thank y'all for the questions and the conversations. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the donations. Hit the subscribe button if you're brand new to the channel. Share the stream. I love y'all. Be blessed. Be easy. And peace. I love y'all.